Hey guys, it's Opal. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. You're going to come with me over to Oxley Grading as well as Concept Grading, and we're going to pick up some cards and drop off some cards. Make a little adventure out. It's a beautiful day out on a Sunday, so let's get to it. All right, so we have a couple cards that we're actually going to be taking over to Concept today. We got these 5 here. We got ourselves a couple of Legendary Collection Yugi and Joey, and then we have some Starter Deck Yugi First Edition cards, the spell card foils that are starting to fade. So I want to go ahead and lock those in. Haven't been to Concept ever, really. I've really only used Oxley here in Singapore, but I decided to try and give Concept a try, just to see how that service is, and I believe they have actually more of a storefront, so we're gonna try and get some sealed product there to open up later on in the week. So yeah, we're gonna head out. It's about a 45-minute ride from my place downtown towards Singapore, where like the shops are gonna be located. So let's start making the trip before things open. All right, so it is a Sunday, which is, I'm a little bit concerned about. Everybody else might have the same brilliant idea that I do, which of course is, hey, it's beautiful out. Let's go and get a nice day in, go get our cards. We're gonna start first going over to Concept, which is over by Jalan Bazaar. And then from there, we're gonna go ahead over to, I believe it's called One Singapore or something along those lines. Not too familiar with the exact name. But the first place we're going to is Concept. It's already open, and then we're gonna go to Oxley, which opens at about 1 o'clock, so about an hour and a half from now. That should give us enough time to go to Concept, check them out, drop off our cards, and then go and pick up our cards. My only concern here is Oxley can get very busy on the weekends, and even getting there just at the beginning of the store being open may not be enough. It might be really busy, so we'll find out. There's a chance we just don't even get those cards and I just leave, which would really suck. But it isn't the first time it has happened. So let's see and find out. We're gonna hope for the best. Now, luckily we are in Singapore, which has a pretty good metro system above all. Luckily, it is a direct line for me to go straight to Concept, which is a nice add. I think I will have to do at least one transfer to get over to Oxley, but it should be 1 or 2 stations after that. So overall, should be a fun little day, and hopefully we don't take too long, and hopefully we get in before it rains. I do see some clouds, which usually is going to lead to showers in the afternoon, but we're going to hope and avoid the drench. If not, we're going to have to take a very tactical route home through a bunch of rafters and whatnot. All right, so we just got off from Jalan Bazaar. I used to actually live around this area, just up the street by Sim Malim near Rochor, so kind of familiar. I never actually came too far deep though, over toward this side of the street. So we're just gonna go head up toward, I believe, the west, or no, not west, east, and we'll go ahead and check out Concept City is the actual store name. It's not Concept Grading, so if you try and search that up, it actually doesn't usually come up on Google Maps. You gotta look for Concept City. So nonetheless, let's go ahead and check it out. Alrighty, so we just finished off grading over at Oxley. Overall, okay experience. It took a while to actually get any kind of service, which is a little bit unfortunate. But hey, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I often find that just a little bit here in Singapore. Sometimes even when the store is completely dead, for some reason, they don't want to really approach me. I try and be friendly, but hey, it is what it is. So now we're gonna go over to Oxley. Quick review though of Concept Grading. I like the store. A little bit weird that they sell liquor and condoms. That's a weird one for me. But other than that, a fun little store. And if you come in on a Sunday, it was pretty dead. So yeah, if you're looking for something that's maybe not too busy on the weekends, might be a good way to do it. Nonetheless, we're gonna go over to Oxley now and see what we can get. So quick bus ride and we're already on our feet again. So now about 1 or 2 minutes until we get to Oxley. Again, beautiful day out. You have a lot of beautiful scenery in this area, over by towards, once you start going up toward Orchard and stuff up the street. Yeah, it's just beautiful day out. You got a lot of people out, even having picnics. I love it out in this kind of area. I really actually do miss living out here quite a bit, but I don't miss the price. That was the deciding factor there. So anyway, let's keep on walking over toward Oxley. We're gonna hope it's not too busy here as they just opened up about 5 minutes ago. All right, survey says, how busy is it going to be? Oh, usually there's a line out here. Okay, now there's a line. Alrighty, so we just got out of Oxley very fast. Good idea. I came on a Sunday at 1. There was no way. I used for Oxley to be extremely busy. So it not being busy was a pleasant surprise. So now we're gonna head on home and see what our haul was before the rain hits, hopefully. All right, so scratch what I originally said. We're actually gonna go to XYZ first and pick up a couple boxes. We got a Central Stack that just came out for Asia English, so I wanna get a copy of that so I can open it up later in the week. And maybe we'll get another Pride box, who knows? We'll see. Pride hasn't been good to me, but maybe we get a hit out of that one. So yeah, let's go ahead and check that out. Trust me, I gotta go with this one, Okay, I'll go with this one.
Good luck.
So we just picked up our boxes over at XYZ Collectibles, which we're pretty happy with. Little more expensive than most stores, but I like the owner. Owner is super nice to me. One of the only places I've been able to actually go to in Singapore where felt very welcome. I don't know if that's all the card shops here. Need to go check out some more, but we're gonna head on home before the weather kicks in, and we'll see what we ended up getting on the PSA grades. Hey guys, so we're back. Did a little bit of a quick change. It gets really hot here in Singapore, so swim through all your clothes. But we have our set of cards that we picked up from Oxley. We have 11 in this stack. I still don't know what I have hit in these, so I'm relatively excited. I'm hoping for the best here. There is some nice cards. I don't even know what's at the top of the stack here. So let's just go ahead and get ourselves started. So yeah, 11. And starting with a 99, let's see, does it equal a 9 or is it going to be a 10? Our first one's going to be the Winged Dragon of Ra Ghost Rare, and it comes up as a 9. Oh, still though, that's a damn nice card. But I really wanted to get that 10 on this one. The 10 for this, it's not even, you can't even put a price on it right now because they are so hard to get. Likely, I do know there's 1 or 2 scratches on this, but in all honesty, the rest of the card looks mint. And honestly, I'll check. I want to take a look at the foil once more. There is a chance that it might be worthwhile. Yeah, you can see the one little streak there. It might be just on there and they just didn't clean it. I'm tempted. I'll take another look at it, but there's a chance I recrack this one. And nonetheless, though, still a 9. That's still a really good value for what we got for the card. I think I paid a total like 80 bucks. So to get that as a 9 is still pretty damn good. Let's go on to our next one. Our next one's going to be the Dark Magician Girl as a 6. Wow, this one got hammered pretty hard. I'm actually pretty impressed it went this low. I was expecting around a 7, maybe an 8, but to get a 6 is actually a bit of a shock for me. Centering on it's not too bad. Corners were good. There might be just some surface stuff that I can't see, other than, you know, my greasy palms on the case, which we'll wipe off later. But you know what? Honestly, the corners look okay. Yeah, I'm not too sure why. That top left, you could argue, is a little harsh there, but unfortunate. Still, though, these go for decent value. You're still looking at a couple hundred, and I'll reveal why that's important to me later on. But I actually got the Wind Dragon Wall DMG and an IOC first edition Chaos Emperor Dragon in here. Let's see what we get next, and it's going to be the Dark Magician, Yugi the Destiny. This was a pretty off-center card. I kind of realized that I probably shouldn't have sent this anyway. But I wanted to. I've had this pack for ages, and I was like, I'm probably not gonna get rid of this one. This is one I've had for a very long time in the plastic, so I decided to, you know, just go ahead, send it, get encapsulated. It's a very nice prismatic. I'm hoping that the Karibo in here is a little bit nicer to us. Next one's going to be that Karibo comes back as a 9. Oh, that one's frustrating. I really felt like this was a pretty good 10. Centering's maybe a little bit off on the vertical, but honestly, considering this came from the same pack as that Dark Magician, it looked like it was a lot better. Yeah, you could argue the centering maybe, but yeah, a little unfortunate. Is that one worth recracking? Probably not at the end of the day. I'm probably just going to go ahead and keep that. I still really like this artwork, so nonetheless, a little disappointed, but we still got some other stuff in here that we're hoping for a 10. Next one is going to be Infinite Impertus. Oh my god, as a 9. This one I'm going to put up to just TCG QC. Even by Effect Veiler, also got a 9 in pretty much the same state. It looks like, I'm trying to see here, is that a little bit of damage I didn't see on the top right? A little bit of a nick there. Maybe I should have saw that one. This one again, pack fresh. I'm going to put it down mainly to the QC. It's just the quality control for English is just not usually there, especially on the new cards. You're lucky if you get 10s on a lot of stuff, but that one's a bummer. Still some good value. I got that one from a blister pack from a friend who just got like 3 or 4 of them from Target and brought them back to Singapore. So that one we're already still stinking happy considering we only paid like 30 bucks in packs. Next one up is going to be that Chaos Emperor Dragon. We get an 8 on the first edition, and that's probably as high as this one was going to get. I felt maybe we could get a 9, but it is still a pretty rough one. You can see a lot of foil bleed on this as well. Goes down into the text. And yeah, back on that one, you could say the back centering is a little bit off. That probably is what costed it from being a 9. But I'm still pretty happy. Again, I got this, the Dark Magician Girl, and that Winged Dragon of Ra Ghost for like 200 Sing. I got a steal for it. I got a damn steal for it. So I'm still pretty happy with what we got. We're still looking at least a couple hundred on each of the cards. So can't even be that angry at the end of the day. Next one, Chaos Sig. What? In what world is this a 6? How is this a 6? What the hell happened here? Is there a crease or something I don't know about? Maybe. Oh, the auto exposure just kind of went wacky there. This was pack fresh at the grader. We submitted this. Huh. I'm very confused. This is a very low grade for what I expected. Yep, promo from the booster tin. And it was put in like that. I'm trying to see. Wow. Oh, look at that. Wait a sec. How did I not see this? You can see, sorry, the camera, the auto exposure on this gets a little bit wacky at times, but the back of this, I can maybe see it. It looks like it's been bent, but how could it have been bent? There's like one dot on it, I could argue, but this should have been at least an 8 or a 9. I only submit cards usually if I feel like they are a 9 or if they're special to me, so not too sure about that one. Feels like that one is questionable at best. That's the first time I've had PSA be that off on what I felt what a card deserved to be, but hey, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose some. On to the next. And it is going to be our quarter century secret Tokyo Dome premium pack Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon as a 10. This one I was pretty confident. This one I pulled myself. Went straight into the back there. Damn beautiful card. Yeah, this one's going into the collection. This one's a keep for me. Pretty happy with this one. Easily you're looking at maybe 150 for these. In Japan, they're going for about that as well. As a 10, maybe closer to like 175. Again, not a massive increase of price, but I'm just happy to get it because again, this was a beautiful card at the end of the day. So yeah, pretty awesome. Now the last 3 should be our Prismatic God Box God cards, which this one's a little spicy because I'm looking for sequential 10s. These were similar to the other ones, pack fresh at the grader, took them out of the plastic. So the hope is here we get 10-3 back-to-back, and the value of this set then goes up. Because people like it when you can get a sequential with all the numbers going in order. So our first one, I don't know what it's going to be. It might be Slifer, it might be Raw, or it might be Obelisk. It depends on which way they put these in. And it's going to be Raw as a 10, and honestly, this is my favorite print of the God cards. I prefer just the Starlight Prismatic like this. And yeah, they're beautiful cards. Beautiful cards. Love them. Love them. So a Raw is a 10. That's big. Let's see. Can our Slifer hold up? on the God card mat, by the way. Our Slifer, gonna be a 10. Let's go, boys. We only have an obelisk left, and again, they look so nice. They're so nice. You can only get these from the prismatic God box, and then you had to buy a God box just to get the promo. You didn't know what you got unless you opened the box. Some stores like pre-opened them and then sorted them and, you know, divvied them out. I've seen that before, but if you wanted to get these blind, you were pretty much gambling a 1 in 3 chance every single time if you were going to get the God card that you wanted. So that's pretty good. Let's see though. Final one of the haul. It's the obelisk, and it's going to be a 10. Let's go. That's sick. Getting these as a sequential, pretty happy. And damn right. Oh, that's freaking awesome. That's freaking awesome. As a set, you can get these if they're in order, in like PSA number order, you're looking at about 400, 350 to 400. So very happy with that pickup. So for me, some good highlights here. The God card set, very nice, as well as getting that the Blue Eyes Ultimate as well. Pretty happy with that one. The Chaos Emperor, I'm also pretty happy. This was a card that I didn't think I would ever actually get without having to pay an extreme amount. Was able to find this on a value buy with the Dark Magician Girl and that Wind Dragon of Ra. So yeah, nonetheless, that's just how it rolls sometimes. I'm pretty happy. I think the highlight for me, getting the God set as a 3 was pretty nice. Getting that Wind Dragon Raw as a 9 is pretty nice too. And this Chaos Emperor Dragon. The Dark Magician Girl I kind of figured was going to be a little bit rough there. Didn't think it was a 6. But hey, Chaos Emperor, I'm pretty happy. So yeah, guys, that is our haul for today. And dropping off cards over at Concept, as well as picking up from Oxley. Concept, I didn't really get to give a quick review, but overall, I felt the service could have been just a little bit better. I felt like I had to awkwardly interrupt some people, which, you know, it is what it is. Sometimes they don't expect everyone coming in there to be a customer, but a simple more like, hello, do you need anything? You looking to grade? What do you need? Just ask a question. Something like that would have gone a long way. It happens though. Outside of that, I think, the gentleman there was pretty good. He even caught one of the plants we put, which was that Harpy's Feather Duster. It was actually closer to an 8, and he caught the damage on the edges, which I was very appreciative of. The one thing though that I tell Oxley, and I also would tell these guys, is not everyone there is looking to get a 10 when they submit a card. I think that's one of the biggest kind of hurdles that a lot of these grading services and shops really need to start kind of, you know, working a little bit more around, is the fact that, hey, maybe I just don't want to get a 10. Maybe I just want to get something because I really like a PSA slab and I really like just getting it certified. Like, it's something that matters to me as a collector. Maybe that's why. But a lot of them are like, well, you know, it might only be a 9. Are you sure you want to submit? And at that point, it's like, hey, I brought this out. I'm ready to pay. Yeah, of course, I'm looking to grade. So that might be just an attitude thing that maybe some service staff just kind of have to get used to, is not everyone is looking to be like, oh, I want the $2,000 card. No, some people are happy, like myself. Getting the raw at a 9 is still value to me. And the other ones, hey, they were a little more sentimental, like that Karibo and the Dark Magician, much more sentimental than they were actual looking for value. So that's the one piece of feedback I would give to both shops. But overall, Concept was very nice. We got him for $31 Singapore per card being submitted, which is slightly cheaper than Oxley. But Oxley, I find, are usually a little bit more, I would say the atmosphere coming into the store, if they're not too busy, easily would come in, easily would say hello, get your attention. And we were lucky. It was very, very quiet at both stores. So hey, you can either use one of the services. I don't think one is better than the other. Each one has their own ups and downs. And I'll let you know how my experience goes with Concept a little bit later on, because obviously we got to see what it's like when it comes back here. Who knows? Maybe I'll go back to my word and, you know, something horrible goes wrong. But other than that, guys, thank you for watching. And yeah, new kind of video format. We wanted to try a little bit of a vlog of the day going to pick these up. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time.